Just when you thought you knew exactly how this thing was gonna end, everything is shaking up. Last week we saw Team Bandits getting an extremely important victory over the Vodafone Giants. And then we saw the best team in the league, Team NASR, going head-to-head with Team NORDAVIND. When NORDAVIND needed the most, they got that victory, knocked off the Kings. And ladies and gentlemen, the action does not stop there. Because this week, we see the continuation of a beautiful rivalry, Punk the God and MENARD the Bull, as they need these victories now more than ever on Street Fighter League. It's gonna be Team Bandits going head-to-head with Team Panda. And we also have Team UYU going head-to-head with Team NORDAVIND. Both of these teams need victories, especially UYU. They may not even be able to afford another loss. Are they gonna be able to get the victory when they need it? We are about to find out. We don't gotta speculate too much because it all goes down right now on Street Fighter League.
Street Fighter League Week 12. This is Season 4. My name is Tasty Steve, joined by Vicious, and if you have not been keeping up with the action, you are sorely missing out. There's been so many developments that you guys need to be caught up on, but first we need to tell you about these returning teams, two of which will be UYU and NASR. NASR, being last season's champions, are joined by 4 new teams. We are going to have Team Panda, which is basically new and improved Team Alpha 3. Then, of course, we have Bandits. We also have NORDAVIND joining us. And then we have the Giants. The Giants are so strong right now, but ultimately got taken out last week. It's actually really scary to see what's happening in Street Fighter League right now, considering these bans are still in effect.
Yes.
And now that we're on the second half of this season, getting closer and closer to the playoffs, it's getting very tense.
No, without a doubt, right? We're talking about the ban rule that's been going on each and every season of Street Fighter League, but it's getting harder and harder to pick because a lot of these folks were getting a lot of data in the first half of the round robin, but now that it's in the second half, you can't ban the same character. So you're seeing a lot of these teams with their utmost potential. One of them being NORDAVIND. By the way, we saw what happened last week. We saw the power of that Armika. Just in case you missed it, check out the VOD on that. But just goes to show you how important it is to get the bans correct in both instances of the round robin as well as that team order, because there's so much on the line. Everybody has been fighting tooth and nail. In fact, let's take a look at the standings and where everybody's at. Last time we left it off, NASR was in the lead 7-2 all the way at the top. Then you see down Vodafone Giants with that 4-4. And of course, NORDAVIND with that third place current standings. Then you see in the bottom 3, this is where it gets important. Panda in 4th place with 3-4, tied with Bandits in 5th, 3-4, and UIU still with plenty more chances at 2-5 to climb up into those top 4 spots.
Look, the fact that we've seen so many fluctuations in these standings and we just got to the second half of the season should let you know just what's happening. You talked about these teams getting used to the ban order, getting used to playing these very, very specific matchups, and getting just the feel of their team. Getting that synergy up to date is a big thing here. Almost as big as the format. Street Fighter League Season 4 is a 3v3 Waseda style tournament. Teams submit a player order. If a player wins, they go to the back of the queue. If the player loses, they are eliminated and be removed from the team battle. These matches continue till one team successfully knocks out all the members of the opposing team, and that's how we decide our team battle winner. It happens every week. This is week 12, but we need to make sure you know, and you need to know about the bans. Vicious already talked about it. Now that we're at the second half of the season, those bans from the first half cannot be repeated.
Everything counts at this point on, because again, we are in week 12. We're getting closer and closer to that finale. There's so much on the line, including $75,000 as well as a chance to face off against Street Fighter League Japan, the best of the best in Street Fighter 5 right now. It's going to be an international affair. Heck, it's going to be a world battle all the way until those playoffs, right? We're going to see who is going to come out on top in this season of Street Fighter League Season 4. With that in mind, let's take a look at who we have for this week's team battles. It's going to be Bandits versus Panda. It's all runbacks this time. It's runback season, if you ask me. UYU still trying to find themselves. NORDAVIND doing a great job as well. Let's see if they can maintain this momentum going into it.
Well, look, you already said we have our team battle set up, but one of the groups, one of the people, one of the organizations, and the main headset you guys should be using is brought to you by Astro. Astro is the official headset and mix amp of Street Fighter League Season 4, and these guys have been holding down the fighting game community for over 10 years. There's no way you've been in this community and not heard of Astro. Speaking of hearing, those A40 headsets have been supplied to all our players and provide the perfect tournament setting. So make sure you guys show some love to Astro for supporting us over here.
You can do so down below with the Twitch panel to pick yours up as we get ourselves for the first team battle of the week. When we return, we're going to see Bandits going up against Panda. You do not want to miss this. When we come back, we'll go down with more of the Street Fighter League action. A very important match coming up for Team Bandits as they prepare themselves to face off against Panda. Vicious here with Tasty Steve to break down what's going to happen in week number 12. We talked about the standings a little bit before the break. Panda is already in the top 4. They need to maintain that positioning. However, Bandits is still within the bottom 2. They still need to crawl their way back into that place or that playoff spot. And the one way to do so is by possibly taking out Team Panda. Can they do it, Steve? I know you've seen Team Bandits. You've seen the emotional willpower that they've brought onto the table, being the full team Dominican Republic. Tell me how you're feeling about this match coming up.
So if you look back at week 11, what we saw from Bandits, that's the team that I'm thinking we're going to see the entire season. Obviously, that's not logical because of the bans, but now we're in the second half of this season, and this team is really starting to open up. Hermes VENATORI being one of them. We saw come up and finally see that full-blown Cammy play and the V-skill switch as well, which really rounded out what we expect to see from Cammy. And then you have CABA, who's still unleashed. Now, well, possibly was unleashed, still not able to get his legs under him, but you have MENARD being extra strong on the tail end of it. So,
you know, Hermes VENATORI is still one of those guys that's just like pretty solid. He's starting to understand. He can see the frames. He's starting to understand that he can't get away with too many resets. He has to finish his plate when it comes to these hit confirms and getting these openings, especially against a team that's full of hit confirms, right? You have NEPHEW, Justin Wong, and and Punk. I was gonna just say Panda because, to be honest, Punk has been doing a lot of heavy lifting, but it's not even that heavy, right? NEPHEW and Justin, they've fallen just a little bit these last couple of weeks, but overall performance, they've been super strong throughout the entirety of Street Fighter League up until this point. So it's gonna be very interesting to see these band picks, but for the most part, Hermes VENATORI, let's kind of focus on him a little bit. I know Rob TV pulled him aside for an interview, but I just gotta say, he's starting to get these wins under his belt. He's starting to get a little bit more comfortable. I kind of wonder where his mindset is at, and I do believe Rob TV might have those answers for us. Take a look with the interview with Hermes VENATORI.
Imagine grinding for years behind the scenes, putting in the work in the shadows with no one looking, only to be thrust into the bright lights, the brightest of lights here at Street Fighter League in front of the world, and still be able to have your composure and put on a show. That is exactly what this man next to me has been able to do up to this point. My guy, Hermes VENATORI. What's going on, Brody?
What's going on?
Hermes, you know, speaking to a bit to what I just alluded to there, man, like, you were easily coming into this as the least experienced player. You know, had to have the lowest like notoriety. Not in a negative way. Everybody just started at some point, right?
Yes.
And where a lot of people tend to, I feel like, have, I would say, smaller steps to this spot that can maybe get you more acclimated, get you more ready mentally.
Yes.
You kind of had like a bigger leap. And yet you've been able to handle it well. What would you attribute that to? And would you agree with what I'm saying?
I think the key is to try to not have so many expectations and just play the best that you can, because these guys are like really good. Every one of them can punish every mistake that you do.
Yeah.
You need like teammates that can trust in you and that don't make you feel like, you know, when things don't go the right way, they don't make you feel like bad.
Yeah.
So I think it's just trust, have patience, and trust in yourself too, you know.
As we can see with like answers like that, well thought out things like that, and just your overall demeanor, you are a pretty even keel guy for the most part. Mm-hmm. Now, I definitely want to key in on for the most part, because we have also seen you hype as hell. We've also seen you show a whole lot of energy and emotion. So with you having that type of fire inside of you, I do wonder if the fact that, you know, people may not be looking at you as someone who's gonna really have a chance against some of these players, does that put any type of chip on your shoulder? Do you revel in the opportunity to prove people wrong in these situations?
No, I don't care about what people think. It affects us in many ways, but it's more to myself.
Yeah. Because
when I fight strong players, it's the opportunity for me to understand that their level is not. The difference is not so big as it may seem. Yeah. So when I fight Infectious or Crimson or Punk or whatever, it is an opportunity for me to understand that, you know?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, and, you know, looking at last week, you guys, as we talked about, got a very important win over the Giants.
Yes.
I would say, what is it like even having a leader like MENARD, like when it comes to, you know, you guys' team, in game at least?
It's amazing because he can play like almost every character in a very good way. I don't know how he's capable of doing that. CABA and me really want to help him, you know? We don't want him like winning every game or something like that. It gives us confidence.
You know, so at this point you guys are 3-4, so it's not 8 games. You guys have 7 games played so far.
Yes.
And you still have Team PANDA ahead of you, who they still need wins as well.
Yes.
You still have NORDAVIND, and then you also have UIU, who might need to win out in this situation. So every single match that you have left, each team is extremely hungry, needs the victories, right? I'm not gonna ask you how you like your chances. What I will ask you is, do you guys adjust anything at this point in the season?
I think it's important the fact that CABA can play Guile.
Yeah.
I believe in all of his matches that are coming, but it's really nice to be in a position where you are facing like pressure.
Yeah.
Because I think it takes the best from us.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if you're gonna win Street Fighter League, you will need to win to everything. So right now it's just to have the confidence to play at our best level. We can't control the fact of winning, but we can try to play at our best level. And the best way to do that is not thinking about winning, but to think about every round, you know, every second of the match, and stay together, you know?
Yeah.
That's all we need.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Anytime somebody do this right here when they saying something, I'm just gonna probably believe them. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like you're speaking some facts right there. Ladies and gentlemen, my guy Hermes speaking nothing but facts. Before we go, arm wrestle. Arm wrestle. No, put your elbow right there.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Ready? All right. You guys got this on the cameras? Y'all ready for this? All right. Hold on. 1.
You're gonna break this shit.
2, 3. Cut. Top.
That makes a lot of sense, actually, the way that they framed it. With Hermes VENATORI pulling out a huge surprise, and I will say huge surprise just considering his record against Mr. Crimson. But the fact of the matter is, since it's in the second round robin, they don't have to fight each other again.
They don't have to
They've
fight
actually
each other
done the deed, taken down one of the top 3 teams, and don't have to worry about it anymore. They just have to focus on the rest of them.
But on the other side of things, someone else who's been going through a lot of tribulations when I feel like this Season 4 Street Fighter League is PUNK. PUNK has been trying his hardest to make this team work, and it's not for the fact that it's not good enough or it's the team. It's just that the competition here for Street Fighter League Season 4 is actually ridiculous. And part of being good here is getting that team composition down to a point, right? We know he has that kind of team synergy with NEPHEW. Justin Wong is new to the team, not to the Panda team, but to Street Fighter League Panda's team. I would love to know, PUNK being a returning member here to Street Fighter League, I would love to know what his thoughts on being here in Season 4 of Street Fighter League. Let's check it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is always a pleasure to talk to my brother, PUNK the Gizzy. What's going on, bro?
How you doing, man? I'm
Yo,
good.
I'm feeling amazing, man. Look, you're not really looking that much taller than me today. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Bro, they literally swaps the chairs so yours taller than mine.
Bro, it's even. And you know what? I feel like a lot of people will be underestimating my height just real quick. Like, cause how tall are you?
5'11".
So I'm probably like what, 5'9",
5'9", 5'8".
5'10", 5'11", 5'10".
No, 5'9", 5'8". You ain't that close yet, but you might got some years left to grow. You never know.
I think so. I'm only 28. So
yeah, exactly.
There's a possibility. All right, so you know, with speaking of age, right now you're only 22, 23. Yeah.
I'm old.
Oh yeah, damn. You 1 foot in the grave, champion.
Yeah, almost.
23.
Kicking in the bucket, bro.
Yeah, you might have to consider retiring soon.
That's why I'm a content creator. That's a good retirement plan.
Smart. All right, but you know, a lot of people would say that you have accomplished a tremendous amount by this point in your career, right? What would you say are like the main like positives you would say of like the way that you live right now?
I guess the notoriety. I don't really care about being famous.
Of
I
course.
wish I could not have social media and I could just play and, you know, do my thing without social media, because social media is pretty much hell, right? So
Yes, I agree. So I mean, all right, so I guess with that like being hell thing, I think that a lot of people trade places with you if they could, right? But there's definitely some burden that comes with that sort of thing, man, with being the best player in the world. you know, you have a different set of expectations on you than the average person by far. In general, yeah, what would you say is like the stuff that some people might not even think about that could be rough on you?
I mean, I feel like in my position, you know, if you're one of the best in the world, the people always look at you to win everything, and when you don't win, you get called washed up, which I don't really care about because
no, they call Daigo washed up.
I only really play for myself at the end of the day. Here, I play for my teammates too. I think that people just don't realize that it's very stressful when people, especially when you're streaming and you gotta ban them or time people out that just come in your chat and they say dumb things about you.
Yeah.
It just kind of gets annoying after a while. Like even for me, a person who don't really care about anyone else's opinion on myself,
like
you still see it. And when you see it a lot, like it's okay. You see it once in a while. It's like, oh, whatever.
Yeah.
Everyone got an opinion. But then you just see it and see it and see it and see it, and it's like, you know, you kind of get tired of it, and it just wears you down mentally, pretty much. You know, so like I feel like just having expectations from everyone, and I mean, I do blame myself for part of it because you know I am a very vocal person.
Guy.
Yeah, so yeah, I can blame myself. Obviously, if I was one of the people, you know, like kind of like Idom is, and he just don't really talk. Like no one's gonna really, no one's gonna really say anything.
But you wouldn't be Punk the God at that point.
Yeah, I wouldn't be Punk the Gizzy, right?
Yeah, that's facts. Last season, you guys were the best team as far as the results were concerned. Outside of, you know, in the finals, NASR ended up taking it. But I'm talking about throughout the entire season, though. You know, you guys and Team All In with Idom. But this time, you guys are in an unfamiliar territory where you're actually in the middle of the pack and still fighting just to get into the playoffs. How do you approach these last few games from a mental standpoint? Like, are you out of your head? Do you feel like there's like some extra pressure on you?
It's just for me, I feel like of course there's some pressure because I just want to win. I don't really have pressure from, but I put pressure on myself because I know I should be doing better than what I'm doing. Yeah. And you know,
you feel like that now?
Yeah, I feel like I'm not doing as good as I should be doing, but you know, that's just the pressure I put on myself. So sometimes that pressure hurts me in a game and I might play bad or something. And most times it actually helps me and I can play at my best. So, you know, I just put that pressure on me, and you know, I have the team back there behind me, Justin and NEPHEW. You know, even if Justin isn't all the way on form, he's still, you know, he's still getting close matches, or he somehow in the Milky Way, people are getting scared of his characters and they banning them.
They're banning
or like they're switching characters at the character select because they scared. Yeah. So, you know, he's still like, there's still like, even though he's not, even though he's not performing the best right now, he's still helping the team out in different ways, you know? So, you know, we still have Justin there to help us out no matter like how his matches are going or not. And then NEPHEW, I think, you know, he's really good. So I think he just needs to play freely and loose and just, you know, just put all the pressure on me. And I want NEPHEW to just play like, home. Like you don't have to even think you have a team. Just this a ranked match, and you just be like, well, Punk's back there. He about to wash y'all. You know, that's all I want NEPHEW to feel like. And when he can actually feel that way, where he's just not nervous and he can play at his best, I think that we won't lose anymore for the rest, and we can win the rest of our matches, go to the playoffs, win the playoffs, and then, you know what I'm saying, we go out for whatever Korean barbecue, I don't know, whatever Justin want to eat, NEPHEW, we go out and celebrate. And yeah, I think that we just need to play better. Well, me personally, I think I need to play better because I should be doing a lot better than what I'm doing. So,
Punk, nothing but respect for that answer, Brody, and just I always love talking to you in general. You know, guys, clearly right here you can see this is what champions are made of. A man of many talents, ladies and gentlemen. Team Panda's Punk the God.
Words from Punk. I mean, what more do you want from somebody that calls himself the Alpha, right? Says, I will gladly take all this pressure. Wants his team to be able to play wild and free, right? Like they're just playing some regular old online matches. I don't know how realistic that is, considering this is an international players ball of the best Street Fighter competition you could ask for. I don't know if that's the smartest thing. However, I love the fact that Punk is stepping up to the plate and being like, well, look, I want that pressure to be on me. I don't know like how that affects him, but I mean, if you compare it to what we've seen from some of these other players, NL, some of these MENARD, it's not an easy feat. Punk saying, yo, put that on me, just let you know he's got some crazy mental fortitude. He doesn't want anybody to say they have the leg up on him. Personally, I respect that, but I believe we are getting ready. Our first match is going to be CABA going up against NEPHEW. That's going to be battle number 1 here in BANDITS versus PANDA.
So both of these players were actually the target of the bans in week number 6. It's a whole different story. Fully unleashed. The Satsui no NEPHEW now able to play against CABA's Guile. We're going to see how it plays out. Already off to a aggressive start. NEPHEW was actually looking for that Sonic Boom, going for the jump in, but still not enough time for CABA to get the anti-air traditionally with a normal. But damn, the back fist! 5-knuckle shuffle already. Another one. That's 10.
Oh, the upside down
and
kick.
You got some boots for dessert. That's crazy. Oh boy. The trigger is activated from NEPHEW. We're gonna see that trigger to be. Oh, I lied to you. Oh, upside down kick again. Give me that recipe. This is Grandma's old upside down.
This is great. I wish you guys had seen him try to hand me an invisible cake. All right, really trying to keep this Dutra corner in control. Okay. Jumps out with the Mega Man jump. And just being annoying with this crouching medium kick. Switching to the heavy buttons. Life lead in favor of CABA. A healthy life lead at that. Oh, wait a minute. Hard punch. Parabellum. Almost got the combo into the EX boom.
Look at him testing the movement already. Going in and out, just weaving in and out of the ranges that NEPHEW wants to be at, thinking he can go forward. Man, he's walking up pretty close.
Man, NEPHEW has no fear. My man be playing point blank range, looking for whiffs. Stuff like that is terrifying. Oh, crouching medium kick is gonna do it.
And he was looking for kind of teasing the idea. 2 lights in the face, waiting for NEPHEW to back up and create some space. As soon as that happens, the low medium kick finds the mark. Against the Sobot. Dash up twice over. What's the meaty? It's a blow. What happens afterwards, though? EX flash kick it off.
Gets a little bit control of the screen here. Walks out of range of that hailstorm from Colleen. NEPHEW being really harassing right now. Oh, wow. EX hailstorm hits and wake up flash kick again. Back throw. CABA wants control of that corner. Knows trigger was coming. And NEPHEW likes to move around a lot with that bad boy active.
Yeah, going way past the fireball the first time, activating at the right moment to get past that Sonic Boom. Looking to do so again, possibly. Maybe, but no, dashing up in there, no threat of trigger. However, look at CABA. Look at his bar down below. If he gets a solid hit, can go into his own trigger and a mix-up afterwards. But we'll see if he can get past the booms first, chipping away. Oh, that was dangerous.
Stand medium activate, eats the boom. This is gonna be big damage right here. No, just gets the Oki, goes for the flash kick, EX on top of it, still has the baby boom sitting there. The baby boom parade across the screen. Really good patience on the side of CABA right here.
It's so close. One big confirmed to be from NEPHEW. Raw activation instead. On the way over. No, trying to bait out a tick. Man, he was
wow, my man was ice skating. The Olympics over here. Not going to get the kill, though. The flash kick is going to be a reach, and the throw is going to do it. NEPHEW getting some composure here, and only 10 seconds left on the clock in that second round. First game still underway.
Imagine if CABA let it rip right off a reversal. It would have hit NEPHEW. Like,
that would have actually been crazy.
Would have got him the game. But, no, that still stays in the what-if universe.
Okay, EX gonna get the carry. Oki, double dash up. And what a series to keep control here. And we've seen what happened last time. CABA's not afraid to wake up and do that flash kick. And now you see NEPHEW just testing the ground.
Jeez, that could have been a stun too. Huh, interesting.
Okay, plays it.
Into the spear.
Okay, raw activation. We've been seeing this a lot from NEPHEW this season. Oh, NEPHEW's tick throw, back throw. Sweep, activate on wake up. Vanity step, still clips the, oh my gosh.
All the way to the other side. We're gonna see a bunch of baby booms that take up a lot of space. No anti-air there, big, important tech for CABA, establishing this space. That was even bigger tech, no anti-air, not in time.
Oh, the throw just gingerly walking up, gets the throw. NEPHEW getting game number 1 here in this team battle.
Just don't really rush in too much. You're doing good.
Just not waste my future.
Yeah, you just want to try to save it.
That looked so in control for CABA at first, right? Those first games, that first round was looking like CABA had every read. And now you see NEPHEW slowing it down, getting back in control in this second round, already in his favor.
You can see him putting the calculations into work. He's trying to establish the formula as to when CABA wants to take certain actions, and also, for the most part, mostly around the Sonic Booms and when he's going to whip these normals. NEPHEW is definitely that cat to make those kind of calculations and those reads based off of what's been thrown into the mix. He has YouTube videos on it. He's like, how often is someone going to throw a fireball at me? How often is someone going to fall for shimmies? I kid you not.
That's how you know the next level. The meta of Street Fighter has definitely evolved with some of these players. Anti-air and check with the stand light kick into the boom activation. He has full CA. Back
he's
throw.
not going to spend it?
Oh, and now he's in chip range though. And trigger is still active, but spins the EX bar. I don't know about that. Life is pretty low though. His life is pretty low though, and he can't take another throw. Wow.
You gave it all. You really gave it all on that one. CABA actually had the opportunity after the triggered booms. He could have done the knee bazooka, keep maintaining the charge into critical art.
EX Parabellum, things are starting to go NEPHEW's way with this Colleen. Oh, wow.
Oh my God.
Okay. Looking for the air throw. Lots of stun on that one. And that's why you go for a crouching medium punch. He's not dead. He's got one more chance, but...
A back throw will do it. And still looking for the frame traps. You see the lights being placed at a different time.
Okay, Hailstorm clashes, but still comes out. Blocks the sweep, but still gets the trigger activation. Wow.
Ooh, you see the confidence from NEPHEW. As soon as he landed a hit, went for the full cancel, he already took off his headset. He's like, all right, that's it.
Before the animation on the EX Parabellum ended, NEPHEW had already taken off his helmet. They are helmets.
Headset.
Some A40 headsets, bro. They are like helmets, man. They drown out everything else except for the things you need to hear.
Unless you're playing off against CABA. It's not drowning that out. There's no way it's drowning that out, without a doubt.
I think they have a CABA filter for the A40 headsets, if I'm not mistaken. I got to look into it. Don't quote me on that.
Coming up next, we have Hermes VENATORI coming off a pretty significant win. I mean, he fell short to Infectious in the last interaction against Vodafone Giants, but as he's going in right now, he seems to be pretty confident, as we heard from his interview. Going up against Justin Wong, right? We talk about Justin Wong and his plethora of characters. We saw that Rose play. We saw how he's willing to play out the timer game multiple times.
Hermes VENATORI is already on and up with Cammy at this point. You know, ready to play. And
do it.
Wow, they're looking at the mirror.
Do it.
Kind of like the Halloween
Don't even think, Justin. Give me the mirror match.
Wow.
Oh, yes.
God, that's gross. I want you guys to know I hate mirror matches.
No, just VSCO too, but you don't really use it. You just have it.
But that's what Justin is choosing to go with. Committing to the mirror match here. Justin Wong going up against Hermes VENATORI. That's going to be team battle number 2. Team battle number 1, match number 2, Hermes versus Jay Wong.
This is going to be a true testament to how well you know your character. It's like a little mini game.
How well do you know your character?
Starting off with contestant number 1, Hermes VENATORI, hailing from the Dominican Republic. Let's see how he goes with his Killer Bee outfit. Going in already off to a rocky start, thinking he had the confirm.
Dash up.
Tasty Steve, your thoughts?
It's using that medium kick, man, to keep control of the range. And already Justin just playing like the range game. We've seen Hermes VENATORI really be aware of the ranges his character needs to control. Okay, hits the offense after getting the knockdown.
And Justin definitely, oh man, he's the only one to spot that out in the way that he did. He was stuffing out that dive kick with a heavy punch. He's not even waiting on the way down. He's like, no, I'm going to stop it now.
No, we don't stop it now. I don't even want to whiff punish you. I just want to hit you now. So you know, stand medium kick, really controlling the pace of this game. And if you notice, just right outside that range where Hermes VENATORI really likes to operate, and Justin just maintaining it.
He's building so much meter off of just getting these blocks off of medium kick. By the way, he's playing the way that he wants to play with the normals that Cammy has. And it's impressive, right? Just using stand medium kick to keep that pressure alone in that neutral phase. I like that a lot. Trigger available for both ends. Coming out from Hermes VENATORI first. Now from Justin off the crouch fierce. that could have actually hit.
Yep. Dancing a lot. About 17 seconds left on the clock. Lane game adding up. That medium kick finds its mark. Life lead in Justin's favor.
Do you see that already reacting to?
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh,
Life lead is in Hermes' favor right now.
Oh, you can chase down!
Oh, no.
Could have done.
Oh, I did EX. I swear I did EX. Come on.
You got the glitch probably.
Justin didn't get the EX. Hermes VENATORI takes that first round.
Claims he did, though. He attempted it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was slick. A slight hezzy. Getting Hermes to move or press the button in the time he shouldn't have. Back throw now. I didn't say you could leave. I didn't say you could leave. I'm a dad now. You're on timeout.
Big damage here.
Putting Hermes in the corner.
I know. I didn't. Okay.
Damn, that was impressive. Offensive Justin Wong? Imagine that timeline.
Yo, offensive Justin Wong.
If he was raised in the streets of the West Coast and he was Team RTSD, imagine that. That's a what-if series I'd want.
Variant Justin Wong.
Damn, that'd be sick.
The king of the RTSD.
There it is.
Wow. Evil Justin
We're about
Wong.
to have context
Lame is lame. I'm trying to fight. What?
What is that? Imagine Via in the East Coast. Oh, no.
Oh, East Coast Via? Gotta lame that out, man.
Lame that stuff down.
Whoa. Okay.
Not spending it. That's going to be just fine. Back throw, trigger still on the board for Justin Wong. Are we going to see a hit into the trigger, or we're going to see a raw activation from Hermes to gain some of that life back? If I were Hermes, you're definitely looking for a hit, but you're not going to get it. Justin Wong didn't even have to spend a critical art. I like this.
Cammy.
She's just that easy, huh?
Yeah, I mean, nothing really changed with the character.
Yeah, she just got new combos, to be honest. In jab, you can't. I guess jab isn't +2 anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I'd never even played when Cammy was +2 jab.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't even matter. Everyone still treats it. It's so fast, you can't really react to actually press your button back.
So what is jab now?
It's 0.
Oh, so if he presses low jab, I can press low jab.
Yeah.
Wow, talking to his team right now. I like the casual banter between Justin and Punk right now. We saw it a couple of weeks ago, too, as well. Just filling Justin in on some of the things he might not be aware of. And Justin's one of the greatest of all time. But still, there are things that even he said, he's like, yo, I didn't play when it was 0 or, you know. Yeah, when it was +2 on block. Like, I didn't play then, but still able to control the neutral quite well, getting that first game versus Hermes VENATORI.
2 misconfirmed from Justin Wong, still stuck in this corner. Hermes did a great job. No, there was a confirmed opportunity with that crouching medium punch. I think he would have been within range to do it again.
Being pretty annoying with that standing medium kick.
Mostly going for the lows. Justin Wong has been checking the movement a lot and crouching medium punches. I feel like a lot of that, he changed up his strategy from standing medium kicks to a lot of the crouching medium buttons. Man, the dash up still gets by Hermes.
Oh, neutral jump almost finds his mark. Oh, spend it, no? Wow. Uh-oh, stuck in the corner still. Justin looking in control. This is game number 2.
Oh, and being as annoying as ever, that back to the medium kick status. And he's just looking for it. You see the spacing right here? He's giving himself ample space to react to any sort of dive kick, and just in case if it comes out in the air. Oh boy, he better get out of there. There's still trigger left on the board for Hermes VENATORI. If you lame him out, he might crack. Oh my God, Justin,
I'm not really understanding
this.
What do you mean? Her medium kick is broken.
It is broken, Justin.
That medium kick's too good, bro. Versus Cammy, it's still good. Wait a minute. Hermes VENATORI gets interrupted this time. Okay, swinging at each other. I'm busting out.
Nice.
Okay.
No bite. Justin Wong now with the trigger activation, checking with the crouch medium punch. You see Hermes backing away and still have to check the legs with the low medium kick as a threat. Just weaving in and out of the ranges. He's taking a lot of blocks, though. He's taking a lot of gray life. Man, that was a hefty medium kick. I know it was a single hit, but did you see that gray life on top?
And look at that. Now Justin just slightly in the lead from those two sequences. You're dead. And that's going to be a set. Justin takes it 2-0 over Hermes VENATORI.
Hermes actually taking it pretty hard. Not happy about that one bit. I mean, that's your main. That is your main. Justin Wong hasn't played Cammy ever. I feel like that, honestly, like I mean, in the history of his professional career, he's been going Karen, Menard, Rose.
Yeah. I mean, if you think about it though, Justin is definitely one of those people. He always tries a bunch of characters. And on top of that, Street Fighter V, when you look at Cammy, her tools largely remain the same, right? So even though it's not +2 anymore, it being 0 still...
It didn't even matter
right,
for him.
It didn't even matter for that instance. But that's going to be 2-0 for Justin, 2-0 for Nephew.
Ooh,
and once again, Mena is carrying a couple of bandits with him. He's going to have to take this team to the promised land. And he definitely said he wanted this. He said he wanted this. This
is going to be interesting, right? Having the challenge before him of 2 pandas remaining, actually all 3 really. Punk has been depowered. Who is he going to use? MENARD also been depowered, but we see a lot of impressive work with that Sakura. Oh, this is going to be sick. If you actually pick...
Yo, the Akira?
Yes!
Up until this point, well, we've only seen one other Akira, and it was from Kami.
This is what I wanted to see. I wanted to see V-Skill 2. I want to see if he will bust out any of the cheap, ambiguous cross-up stuff in the corner. That's been on my mind since the last time I saw Kami attempt it, and Angry Bird actually V-shift his way out of there to defend it. I want to see if it comes out again. But mostly, I want to see the neutral. I want to see how Punk navigates or pilots this character in particular when it comes to the neutral game.
Forward throw. Ooh, gets the medium punch too. Big damage here.
That's a big counter hit conversion off of V-Skill 2, or going into V-Skill 2 as well.
And the stun already, and CABA goes instantly to 10. Okay, wow. Ooh.
After that elbow, still able to follow through.
Oh, what an air-to-air. He's like, I don't care about your brother in his school uniform.
Damn, she left him for dead.
Right?
I
gotta tell Mom what happened here.
I'm gonna be late for homeroom.
Mom's not gonna like this. Mena in this Sakura, though, has definitely become quite the talk of the town, especially considering it's definitely done some work. EX Fireball.
And that roundhouse doing a lot of work, just kind of creating some space for himself. The back that we set. I love that animation, by the way.
Yeah, she does like the elbow behind her back.
It's so sick.
Ooh, neutral jump. EX Tatsu. Looked like it instantly got her off the ground over a low right there. Forward throw.
Again, still going to be able to walk up.
That V reversal.
It's so cool, right?
Yeah. Sweep the leg. Counterbalance the knife. Oh.
Ooh. Oh, not being able to punish. That's actually not bad for MENARD.
Okay, that first round was pretty confident on the side of Mena. The second round likely going in favor of Punk. Not stopping, annoying with this standing heavy kick.
They're so slightly too in that life lead. 30 seconds is about to be on the clock. Both players are also going to have critical art pretty soon.
Oh, goes for the up kick. A DP straight in the super. Should be dead if I'm not mistaken. The brother helping out, and that's going to do it. First round on the side of Punk here. Okay, we're getting something started now.
Damn, they're so cool.
Bro, this is actually, I just remember, this is like a legacy match, bro. Sakura's in rival schools.
That's true. Not until like the later ones, right?
Yeah, she was like a guest character. She was a guest character.
Yes. Crouching Fierce with the anti-air. You see MENARD still in control of the airspace while maintaining this ground control as much as possible. Low forward into DP. Looking very Ken-esque as Punk playing this Sakura.
Oh, V-shift back. Oh, man. These heavy buttons extending so far. Punk taking full advantage.
I love that. Yeah, the roundhouse uppercut to get past the projectiles, and it reaches the furthest out of all of them, to be honest.
Yeah, that's true. No, that's what I heard, too. Huh? Wow, goes for the cross-up in the corner. I like that option. Oh, gets the hit.
Tried to uppercut. You know exactly what he tried to do in that instance? He tried to uppercut and still gets the EX1 to bust out, but still.
Oh, nice.
Yes, sir. In hot pursuit, getting a big, important trade, and Punk feeling himself after that one, or at least has a good smile on his face.
I would think this match is hard for Akira.
No, only because she can't shoot fireball, so I can actually just play footsies with her. So it's okay.
Okay.
And I could just do sand heavy kick instead of the other risky minus 18 buttons.
Yeah.
Punk still talking to his team about the matchup here. Saying that he can actually use that DP. because Sakura has fireballs, and you already talked about that fireball invulnerability on that heavy kick DP. Fighting back to the corner.
Bashing up with that activation. V-Shift does not want to be involved in any of the frame traps. Another anti-air. Punk is trying to anticipate the fireball first as a way for MENARD to close the gap.
Ooh.
There it is. Yeah, stuffs it out preemptively.
Okay. Oh.
What?
Yeah. So if I'm not mistaken, that's a crouch-only combo. Caught him standing, so it didn't combo.
Oh my god.
Wow, that was so cheap. Oh my, was that intentional?
I would be so mad.
There was a huge smile on Punk's face when that
I
happened.
know he couldn't punish. I'm like, oh, free DP.
We'll definitely take that. No, yeah, you're right. With that crouching state, he actually just missed the crouching jab confirm after that.
Ooh. Yeah. And heavy punch, not as much range. Okay.
Ooh, yeah. Plus out with the EX uppercut, now maintaining the momentum here with this corner. See, he's playing in this. Oh, I was gonna say he was playing in a pocket where he's looking for an anti-air or, you know, a jump from Akira. But now he's playing the fireball game to a T. Not letting him go out for free.
Oh, he's the EX. Wait a minute. Oh, and gets the counter hit confirmed. Full meter, full everything. Lots of resources on the side of Punk here.
A lot to work with.
Oh, activate. This is going to hurt. The guess after this could definitely kill.
Is he actually going to go through with it, though? No, he just lets it drop.
Wow, just wake up EXDP. This could seal the deal on Bandits in this week's team battle if something doesn't change. Trigger on the table. No fear of CA, so I don't mind the activation dash.
He dashed twice.
Wow.
Are you kidding me?
Oh my god, he just did it anyway.
He dashed up to him, took the hit, immediately went into EX uppercut, and has eliminated Team Bandits. All three of them survived, and that's going to be absolutely huge for Team Panda. You just disrespected him, man. It's like that. He even gave you the toe tap. He's like, nah, I'm doing this. Boom,
right,
EX uppercut.
He didn't even
that's
care.
Crazy. He didn't give a damn. He didn't give a damn about you. He didn't give a damn about your teammates. He went in.
No, that's exactly what you want, though, right? Like, that's how Punk plays. I ain't gonna say that's what you want. You want the win, but Punk plays like that, right? He's really calling you out, and it's one of the things that we've seen Bandits kind of go to. They get really offensive based on a lot of instances in some of these matches, kind of overextend a little bit, and in this instance, it did come back to hurt Bandits just a little bit, going down 3 games straight.
Tough pill to swallow, right? That was the challenge that MENARD wanted. He had an opportunity to do so, right? Punk rocking this Akira. You see a little bit of reluctancy because maybe MENARD hasn't had that kind of practice against Akira. Who knows? The fact of the matter is there were a couple of things that Punk took advantage of, right? And that was EX uppercut, to be honest with you. Also, just, you know, making sure that he doesn't get away with any sort of fireballs going into it, right? There's just a lot that was really taken into account by Punk in terms of what MENARD wanted to do in that set.
Yeah, it's really scary to think that if Punk really wants to disrespect you, he'll literally just do EXDP in the middle of a string, anticipating you walking forward. That's scary to me, to know that this person has this kind of like, yeah, I'm just going to do it anyway. But with that being said, we got to make some noise for Astro. Please, guys, show some love to Astro. They're the official headset and mix amp of Street Fighter League Season 4. And if you guys are watching it, you can hear those players. It's because they're using those sweet, cool A40 headsets that were gifted to us by Astro. They've taken the time to supply all the players here with them so you guys can get that crispy sound yourselves. Where can they get it, Vicious?
Over at the Twitch panel down below. You guys got to do that with the A40 headsets. Pick one up as you get ready for this victory interview with Punk. Standing by with Hollywood, Rob TV.
The street's been talking, Punk. I've heard a whole lot of people talking about, I don't know about Team Panda this year. They've been doubting Punk the Gizzy. They've been doubting Justin, doubting Dark Nep, the one and only. But here, in this extremely important win, you guys aren't automatically at the finish line, you haven't automatically made it to the playoffs, but this win was extremely important. Just how big was this for you and your team?
I think it was very big, especially since we got the 3-0. So if we comes down to like tiebreakers or something, you know, that's really important for us because I don't think our match record is too good now. So a 3-0 right now is actually really good at this part of the tournament for our team specifically.
Yeah, you know, I 100% agree with that. I didn't even think about the fact that I got a 3-0. Of course, that comes into play if there ends up being any ties. But you know something that surprised me a whole lot? My man Justin Wong, the king of lame, decided to, out of nowhere, bring up the Cammy pick. Not just bringing up the Cammy, but against a Cammy main, no less. Were you surprised at the pick at all?
I mean, all I know is Justin plays Cammy on pad. I didn't know he could play Cammy on stick, to be honest. So I didn't know that was even a thing. But, you know, I feel like if you give him a medium kick,
Yeah.
that's all he really needs. Yeah, he don't. As long as he has a medium kick, he good. You know, and if it's a mirror match, 9 times out of 10, he probably knows how to use your buttons better than you. So I feel like it's a good pick. A mirror match is a easy character. So, you know, he didn't even need a dive kick. It's kind of crazy to me. I don't know what he was thinking.
That's extremely surprising. Yeah, that's true. The way that he's not even really playing Camby low-key. He kind of just using like Karen with less damage, and he still was able to get the win. Very impressive display from one of the GOATs right there. Last thing I'll ask about is, it seemed like you were shooting craps kind of with the play style that you used against against MENA. Just a whole lot of gambling, going for super random DPs, it seemed like. Very aggressive. Before you even walked up on stage, you know, I'm sitting back there in the crowd with Team NASR, sitting next to Problem, and you go and you tell him before you even play, oh, wow, I got 2 people in front of me, now I'm about to play like Problem. What you mean by that?
You know, I feel like when I seen Problem play against Phenom, he did like 18 EX command grabs with Alex. He ain't care.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm gonna adapt that play style too, and I'm just not gonna care. I'm gonna care a little bit, you know. I'm gonna care enough to like check a dash and anti-air or something. But when it comes to like waking up, I'm not gonna care, bro. I'm gonna just do whatever I want on wake up because I have NEPHEW and Justin behind me. So yeah, that's the beauty of team tournaments. When you have 2 people behind you and it's the 1v3 left,
yeah,
you do whatever you want.
Yeah, you know, clearly at this point, you talked about what you just did on your wake up, and it seems like your team overall has woken up. The sleeping giants are now awake, ladies and gentlemen. Team Panda, and the action does not stop here, as we still have an extremely important and amazing match coming up with Team UYU versus NORDAVIND after this break.
Street Fighter League Week 12, we're back at it. We've already seen our first team battle this week, and it did not go Bandits' way, especially after the victory they just claimed. A little messy, don't want to touch on it too much, but we do have another team battle for you guys, and it is going to be UYU versus NORDAVIND. NORDAVIND actually coming up and making some surprise wins. I ain't gonna say some surprise wins, but coming to form and important wins as of last week. Really want to continue that momentum going forward. They have a good chance here, but UYU has been getting stronger at every corner. Kami's getting stronger, NL's getting more confident, Oil King's getting stronger.
UYU is still trying to find themselves with that confidence going into it, eyes on the prize. They still have a pretty decent shot of making it into the top 4. They just have to win pretty much a good amount of these matches going forward, if not all of them, right? NL with being fully unleashed in the second round robin is going to be absolutely imperative. I don't think the ban is going to be going towards him. I will just say that. Now you're looking at NORDAVIND, right? You saw how important that win was against Team NASR, riding that momentum. Again, seeing Phenom play a surprise Cammy was
really put the world on tilt.
That actually put NASR on tilt. I feel like Big Bird came in, shot from the hilltops. He doesn't have a Cammy.
He doesn't have a Cammy.
That's not what he said. He's like, why would he pick Cammy? Is what he said. Lo and behold, Poetic Justice pretty much came in swift and took it away from any sort of hope that Big Bird had in his mind. He's like, oh, I got this. He picked Cammy for this matchup free. That wasn't really like that.
Well, NORDAVIND looking really good. UYU really trying to get things going here. We're still in the second half of the season. Our first interview is going to be on the stage with Rob TV. It will be none other than UYU's Oil King.
It slightly pains me to admit this, but I'm all about transparency. The way that I find all of my outfits and fashion inspiration is by going to Levy, or Oil King as you guys may know him, going to his Facebook page and scrolling through all of his pictures just to find inspiration to be 5% as fashionable as he is. Did you know that, Oil King?
I don't know that.
Is it surprising or no?
Yeah, I think I'm surprised.
Yeah, well, you know, now you know more about me. I feel like we're closer now.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, right now you're rocking the soft and UYU collab. You know, so everyone could definitely go ahead and get that. You know, the material looking kind of, it's thick and everything.
Yeah, I think the quality is high.
It's beautiful. So if you want to look like Oil King, make sure you guys check out the UYU and soft collab.
Thanks, Rob.
Yeah, no doubt. You know, so something that is not soft at all is the competition here at Street Fighter League. It's extremely tough. It's extremely rigid. And with that being the case, so far, how much have steps changed from the beginning when you guys were like, 0-2 to this point now where you're in the thick of things?
Okay, I think now maybe for UIU it's not a big chance to enter a playoff. I will say the SF League is not end yet, right?
Yeah.
So we are programmer esports team. We need to keep going, try to show our skill and a win for our team.
Okay, and you know, with you being the team captain and of course having a Street Fighter League experience, would you say that like you take any responsibility to try to talk to NL to make sure that he doesn't put all the pressure on himself, and make sure that he knows, like, you know, you don't need to handle everything, carry everything.
You know, when our team first win in this season is be the Norvin, right?
Yeah.
The last time I used my Rashido and get a Wong, right?
Yeah.
So I just told NL, and another day we lose PANDA, but I think the day I play SES, but me and Pong is the last match, right?
Yeah.
But even I lose, it's 0-2, but I think I play now is really good.
Yeah.
So I just keep telling him, don't worry, I'm here, and even Kami is here. I think Kami this season, even he don't get a lot of wins,
stepped up a lot.
But about what he play is way better than last year.
Yeah.
He's way better. He's patient, right?
Okay, you know, and as far as your next match, you know, you guys are going to be going up against Team NORDAVIND.
Yes.
And they're just coming off a very big victory, taking the victory over the first place team, Team NASR. You guys did beat NORDAVIND the last time, and this is another extremely important match. You know, how are you liking your chances going into this one? And, you know, just how important is this match for you guys?
I think until from now, every match for UIU is important.
Like must
so
win.
Yeah, so we will try our best to try to win. But I will say it's not easy.
Yeah.
Luffy Mika is crazy, it's good, right? And last time we see the final play with NASR, even they ban Karin.
Yeah.
His camp is still good. He beat Angry Bird, he beat Big Bird, he beat 2 birds, right?
Yeah.
So I would say it's not easy to win, but this time, just like I said, NL have Kami.
Yeah.
I think, okay, I will not say because this time NL have Kami. When NL ready, no matter what character he play, we will be fine.
Okay, and you know, right there, you know, we talked a bit about, you know, earlier we talked about style, right, as far as like fashion. But there's another style that I want to talk about as well, and that's play style, you know, what you do in game. Would you say that since people knowing the style that you like to play, do you think that it's important to change it? Have you ever considered being like, all right, well, I'm going to just completely change my style just for this set? Or do you think it's important to stick to your style because, you know, that's what you have trained up and put the most hours into? Okay,
I will say you need to keep it yourself, but not just keep it. You still need to learn another thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You still need to learn from another player.
Yeah.
The style to add your style.
Yeah.
Let your style become more better.
Yeah.
I will say like that. So I will say when I play, my whole strategy is my own style. I will every year or every month, every week, I will learn from other people, players, good players, and you will become better.
You know, that makes perfect sense to me, Oil King. And I'll tell you what, bro, it has been an absolute pleasure up to this point watching you guys compete, and I can't wait to see what happens in the rest of your matches. The first of which is going to be Team UIU facing off in an all-important match with Team NORDAVIND.
And just like that, Oil King talking about the message, the journey getting up into this point. We know last season, season 3 wasn't the best for UIU, right? Oil King being a new member to the UIU, which is also new to Street Fighter League, taking up kind of that leadership mantle coming in last season with JB and Kami. This season, he's got NL by his side, Kami looking just as strong. That journey is going to be super important, especially considering these guys can still make it to the playoffs. So this could be a Cinderella story all of its own. I mean, it's a returning team. They just started getting these W's on the board, and now I feel like their team is really starting to click together, especially going further into this team battle format, and I like what I'm seeing.
It's good that you say that because I feel like NORDAVIND is also one of those teams that are starting to come together, considering that they're no longer able to ban Armika the last time they met. That was the choice, right? So we do get a fully powered up Luffy, and we've seen the kind of damage it can do, especially against the #1 team with NASR. I'm kind of curious to see how that's going to play out, but one person that's actually been on my mind when it comes to Team NORDAVIND is VEGGEY, right? VEGGEY hasn't come up with any big wins just yet.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing how he's going to step up against everybody else. He's been providing a good amount of info off the streams, outside of the gameplay, in the studio itself, trying to make sure that, you know, at least if I'm not getting these W's, I have some insight, have some intel to provide you guys too. So I'm kind of curious to see what it's all about. Hollywood Rob TV is in fact with VEGGEY, part of Team NORDAVIND, to get that insight.
There are two different giants in this league. We have, of course, the Vodafone Giants, and then we also have a Nordic giant, like my guy right here, VEGGEY, the one and only. What's going on, brother?
What's up, bro?
Yo, VEGGEY, right now you guys are flying high. You gotta keep it a buck. You know, you are currently 3-3, so I would say that's like pretty much like right perfectly like in the middle of the pack. You know, how are you guys feeling being in such a tight spot?
I think for our team, the spot isn't as necessarily as tight as other teams as they have played more games. We're always on kind of the back end of the games this season. That would happen to any team, which is right now makes us more comfortable because we're 3-3 while other teams have 3 wins, but they have more losses than 3. So right now, we don't need to make every game count, even though we want to.
Because you guys have less games played.
Yeah, we have less game played. So while we're still at like 1 games behind the second placers, 1 win behind the second placers, they're all the second placers have 2 more matches than us.
Yeah.
And we're still just 1 win away from getting to second place. And that's having to play with a 1+2 man team kind of in the beginning, like 1 S tier player and then 1 S tier with his ult and then a second tier, like the tier behind player. So after the NASR win, which we truly believe we could do.
Bro, the NASR win, y'all going up against the best team in the league.
Remember what I said last time?
Yeah.
NASR against NORDAVIND, you have 5 of the titans of the European scene.
You literally said that.
And
yep,
they beat us 3-0 last time, but I don't think it represented the truth or the scores in kind of like practice mode. It's very tight, and us taking it 3-1 this time just show that when both of our S tier players, like our Capcom qualified type players, are both. I mean, Phenom's not 100%, but to be honest, Cammy on PC is like Karin with a dive kick.
Yeah.
So and longer range. So I'm very happy that Cammy that Phenom just dropped this idea about Nikali and just played Cammy because his Cammy is sick.
Before we talked about Phenom, he had the OCV a lot, or be in that position. But where you guys were placing him was like in the last spot, right? Before he would have to like fight. But in this last one, you guys had him go first. Like, whose theory was that? Like, what's the mindset with the placement?
From the second game, I advocated that we should have Phenom in the first spot.
Yeah.
But since like I can't just iron hand it, and they disagreed, I let it slide for the next games.
Yeah.
And in this last game, since Phenom wasn't on his main, I kind of just like said that we try it this time. We just do it.
Yeah.
Because Phenom is like, I've known him since he was a kid, basically.
Yeah.
And I noticed the difference in his like attitude when he played now versus the other times. The other times you could hear him exhale. It's like he's just not comfortable. But in first spot, he's just that dude that could almost talk to someone else while beating some S-tier player.
Yeah.
And then he gets that 1 win, he can chill a bit, and then see what he has to do with the next game. So I think having Phenom in first position is very good because he gets to play at his least stressful, which is his most like dominant form, when he's just big chilling. Because he's a chill guy. He likes to be calm.
Of course,
he's not a
never
crazy guy.
Rah-rah,
he likes to be
even
calm. He is a calm dude. And when he plays calm, he just wins.
Yeah, and you know, the last thing I would like to ask you about is, you know, with the structure of you guys' team, you know, with you speaking on like with the Luffy and Phenom being 2 of the best players in, the history of
Street Fighter.
Period. I still feel like when you're playing that you seem to have some pressure on yourself, like that you put on yourself, which is interesting because you are playing fine. Like, you know, your matches, a lot of times I feel like you even might win the first game, but it's like, it keeps coming down to the last game or maybe even the last decision and maybe somebody get a jump in or something like that. So you're playing great. It's just come down to the closeout. Where does the pressure on yourself come from when you know you got Luffy and Phenom right there? Why not just relax?
Yeah, it's like, because I think that when I come into this league, I should still want to do a good tournament.
Of course.
And every time you rack up a loss, you add this darkness to your play because you get more nervous. But every time I feel this darkness is glowing, and I feel like if I can break through it and start getting my W's, our team will be at the 100% capacity and the strongest it could be. And that's the way for us to secure a spot in the finals, not just the playoffs. The darkness is adding up, and I'm trying to keep it away, but I want to just break through it and not be too nervous and play a really good match that can just let me release all that built up darkness and just let that light shine. But it's hard, but I really want to do it, so I'm still focused. I'm thinking a lot, I'm reading stuff, trying to take that focus, but for every loss that you rack up, it gets harder. So that's the thing that's maybe not too easy for viewers to understand, but for me as a player, being in that position, I've been there before. It's a battle against each other. You have to battle against yourself. It's everything is mixed together. It's not just the conflict of teams. It's a conflict of what you do and how you perceive it and what you feel, as much as what your teammates are doing. So they can carry this and we win, but that doesn't make me feel good because I know I want to show what I can do. I don't just want to show you that these two are godlike. I want to show you what I can do as well. So I hope we can. We got 4 games left to get that full composition to 100%, and we just have to do it.
Yeah, Reggie, well, bro, I feel like that's extremely well said. I understand 100% where you're coming from. Veggey, clearly, I feel like you are gonna play an even more important role in game, but you have a huge part to do with what you guys are doing in game record-wise because of what you do outside of the game as well. Ladies and gentlemen, the brains of the operation, the Nordic giant, Veggey.
Thank you.
Veggey's been kind of upping his teammates a lot, on and off the court, I should say. And he's right. To be honest, Aramika is going to be on the board for Luffy, and Luffy is one of the best to ever do it. Also, being an Evo champ and all, and also one of the best to pilot Aramika in general. Then you have Phenom, who's been pretty much uncontrollable. He has 3 characters now, Karen, Nikali, and a Cammy, a very effective one at that. So now it comes down to the ban picks. Who are you supposed to ban from Team NORDAVIND, as well as who are you supposed to ban from UIU, now that NL is actually free as well?
Well, look, we're looking at the UIU ban, and UIU took this opportunity to ban Karen.
I think if you were to go into top 5 contention, or at least give a fighting chance, it has to be through way of Cammy, and Cammy is going to be the choice for Phenom going up against NL's Cammy, fully powered up. It's going to be the mirror match. We saw what happened last time in the Panda versus Vodafone Giants. We saw that mirror match, so we've seen that before.
That and...
Oh, no, that was with Bandits, excuse me. That was with Justin Wong and Hermes, literally the team battle before this. We'll see if it plays out again. A mirror match going in favor of the person who doesn't even main this character.
Right? I mean, look, we saw Phenom play the Karen mirror versus Punk, if I'm not mistaken, right? Am I tripping? I thought that was one of the matches that we saw, but here we go.
That's true. Yeah. When Luffy exclaimed, yo, you're the better Karen player. You're the best Karen player. That's right. You're about the mirror match, right?
Okay, NL. Big damage on the board here, and the back throw stun becoming an issue. But we know that Phenom knows how to navigate these kinds of situations. Stun back down to 0, but the life bar tells a different story.
Is the Moose still loose, or does NL actually stand for not loose today? Is it going to be something else in the water that keeps the Moose at bay?
Crouch medium punch.
That hit towards the tail end of it. You still managed to get that? You are opening up NL down below. You're going to expose his legs?
Wow. Phenom, we talked about that readiness. That confidence, playing the same character in the mirror match versus somebody like Punk versus somebody like NL.
Oh, he thought he had to confirm. He thought he had an opening. No, sir. Here comes NL, spending the bar wisely, by the way. But man, another confirm from Phenom. He's finding all of the timings against NL and exposing his legs time after time. It's very impressive to catch NL making these kind of mistakes in these ranges.
Okay, activate. Jab just to stop the pressure. Life lead still in favor right now of Phenom from what it looks like.
Take it to the skies first. I like that. Trigger is slowly winding down. That could have been it. That could have been a confirm into the critical art, and that's really high off the chest. Oh boy.
Okay, checking the legs once again. That crouching medium punch finds its mark. One more hit, and this could be it. Just chipping away. Lots of gray life on the side of Phenom, but full CA and trigger. Crouching medium heavy punch. Activation possibly on deck.
This is it right here. He has to check the movement. NL is slowly trying to defend himself away from the trigger activation. Pressing a single button, Steve. Look at all the gray life. And no V reversal too.
22 seconds. Oh my. First game going to Phenom.
Did you see the timing? He picked apart NL's button with his own. The counter hit was there. There's something about Phenom's timing that is really disrupting NL's groove.
It's disrupting a lot of people's groove. A lot of people have been disrupted by what Phenom has done with their own character on top of that. So going back in, first blood in this game number 2, being drawn by Phenom, and the lead is looking pretty strong.
Are we sure that Phenom's not a Cammy main?
Right? Do we got the sides correct? I know NL always rocks the gold, so that's what I'm going off of.
Did Phenom take his color? Leaves a side there? No longer allowed to use his color? Oh boy, the stun is there. That's not going to be enough to kill though. A lot of scaling involved.
This spinning meter, I like that choice. I don't like that choice though. Actually gets opened up by the crouching medium kick.
God.
And it has been numerous times throughout this season where we've seen NL commit to that and it not work out, get blocked, get punished. This is match point for Phenom versus NL, and this is not good.
What is happening right now? Steve! What is Phenom doing to disrupt NL like this? What is going on? Look at the bar. If he gets a solid hit into the critical guard, he might be dead.
Okay. Spins it all this time around. Gets the side switch.
I don't think he's going to have enough life to get another trigger. Or even get to execute it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about right now. Is he actually dead behind it? Not enough? No, sir. Dash up twice. Oh, what a gutsy move.
And that's what got him killed in that last game.
Oh my God.
You need to be careful. You better watch those legs.
And Phenom has triggered. Oh, that could have been a punish. Oh!
Okay, one more hit. Wow. Crouching.
Are you kidding me right now?
Kick just like that. That's 2-0. 2-0 on the side of Phenom over NL in the mirror match.
You have got to be kidding me. Phenom has been destroying some of the best players in the world with their own character. On top of that, having a character he just started putting on display here at Street Fighter League. Been taking a lot of people by surprise, one of them being NASR, Big Bird, another one with Punk with Karen in the mirror match, and now NL. This is actually ridiculous. The moose is indeed loose. I blame VEGGEY. I blame VEGGEY for saying this phrase because it is indeed true. The moose is now loose.
2-0
destruction
over NL with Cammy.
What is happening? What is happening?
All right, here we go.
On to the next one, right? We have Oil King stepping up to plate with VEGGEY now in the hot seat as well. Birdie is going to be the choice for sure. However, UYU does not have Rashid on board.
Just think about how he is. And remember, the guy is a little bit crazy with his DP and stuff. And when he does his VT2, mashing V-shift is great. It's a great thing.
Telling VEGGEY to mash V-shift if he does V-trigger 2. That's a good thing, he says. And that is definitely going to get you out of some situations, but you got to be careful. That is one of the changes. You can do V-shift from neutral now, if I'm not mistaken. That's one of the changes that they made to Season 5. I know they changed the properties on when you can activate V-shift in the latest version. So that's actually really going to help out, especially in these situations where you're dealing with V-trigger 2.
We'll see how it plays out, right? VEGGEY still needs to get a considerable win on the board. He has had wins before, but this is the moment where he really needs it going forward. As
that stand medium punch.
Yeah, just fishing away with that stand medium punch is going to be just fine for VEGGEY. You know, not too much off the top. A lot of the long-range game being played. I like that. Yeah, it does get the target combo. Big opening. Ooh, is that an interruption?
Interrupts. Oh, I like that. The B skill 2.
Yeah, just kind of bring him more towards the corner, but still activation time for VEGGEY. Great anti-air. The chain is there as well. You better check the lows. And you know he's buffering these normals into the chain no matter what. So it's going to be very important for UIU's Oil King to hang back just a little bit.
Patience. Strong on the side.
Oh, you can't V-shift out of this.
Push back into it. Instant overhead. Oil King. Big damage here.
A little slippery on that one.
And really not risking too much here. Oil King does have the life lead. Wait a minute. Gets the hit. Trigger 2. Tries to chase with the standing heavy kick. Not going to work out. Oh, wow. Just walking him down.
And we got 13 seconds left on the clock, right? There's going to be so much at stake for Oil King to kind of go and chill towards the back, but we'll see how it works out. V-Reversal is on deck. Also, damn, you saw the startup of the command grab. This is tough. He knows.
And you can see Oil King not even giving you the time of day to have to deal with it. Gets out of the command throw. That definitely would have did it too.
There were 2 attempts.
Yeah, and I don't know how much time he had left if the animation would have played out, but if it did, it definitely would have killed. But the damage would have been scaling in real time, so. Okay, there's a drop.
Punish. Yes, sir. That was going to be great for VEGGEY to get himself established and dominate with the... Oh, boy. I like that. Good bust out.
Oof. Uh-oh.
No follow through.
Wow.
Sticky situation. Watch out for the bubble gum.
Oh.
That was sick.
That
what
was
a great
actually
anti-air.
godlike. B trigger 2 to get the anti-air. Okay, wait a minute. VEGGY getting one on the board now.
It's very bad in neutral. Just play like you do.
I love you hear like the chains moving around.
I always like that feature. A little extra bonus when it comes to certain characters too. The same kind of happens with other characters.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Wow, crouching medium punch gets the V skill too. That was so good. VEGGY in this corner now. Anti-air didn't work out.
It's way too sharp to get it at that angle. Oh, that's huge. And that's back to the corner you go. Jump, medium punch, forward, hard punch to get that carry even more so. The stun is there. Not a lot of scaling behind it. Building some extra meter.
Okay. VEGGY takes the throw. Still back to the wall. Anything's going to do it at this point. Needs to be really careful. Blocks the crouching heavy kick. VEGGY really in a tough spot right here. Does have trigger though. Anti-air.
There's there, but it's still such a tough hill to climb at virtually 0 now. Look at all the life left on Seth's behalf. Oil King is big chill, and he's willing to play this time game out. He did it before in round 1. Do it again.
Just harassing right now. And
with critical art as well. If the trigger pops from Birdie, he's dead.
Yeah.
He couldn't do it. He couldn't risk it either way.
Couldn't risk it. Could not risk it.
When, like, imagine you are playing against my Colin. You never whiff your fears. You never whiff your. You just want to hit me like on block. Think of it as the same. Like, imagine like his crunch heavy kick. It's his main poke because that can hit you actually. And but think of it as when you play my Colin, you never whiff against my Colin. Think of it that way. You don't care if you get hit by crunching heavy kick. It's just a poke. It's okay. You don't care. But just don't whiff. Try to not whiff as the best.
And you hear Luffy trying to give VEGGY advice, try not to whiff at best. Like, make sure you don't get yourself vulnerable to some of these low-medium punches or the low-medium kicks. Seth, again, does have some pretty decent range normals to get these conversions off. But I will say, you know, Birdie has even better normals.
Yeah, that's true. Birdie has some big, great space normals. You saw a couple of them there. Saw shades of them there from VEGGY, especially at this range, man. It's one of the things you see birdies do, right? They really have these buttons that can interrupt. They want you to guess just to make sure, like, really you don't even really want them to get close to you. But Birdie has tools, right? It's especially depending on the V skill you use. Got the bubblegum this time around. Only seen slight usage of it, and we're 1 game in here.
And I haven't seen a lot of success from it in comparison to something like V-Skill 1 that is just a constant threat. It will roll around the screen with like a can and whatnot. With the bubblegum, it's just kind of a way to walk in, and that's it. I don't know.
Oh,
it's just not the same.
Just a bit out of range. Reaching a little bit here. Goes for the EX headbutt, activates the V-Trigger 1 right after. Okay.
Oh, what a whiff punish. Finally finding the range. I like this from VEGGY.
Oh.
A little bit too overzealous on the anti-air. He was looking for it. He saw him go airborne, but Seth changing up the trajectory with the Annihilation Sword. Trigger 1, also a big change up for VEGGY.
Okay, this is starting to add up now. VEGGY has the corner advantage versus Oil King. Gets the big hit, a little bit of trigger left. What's the option? Trigger just about out. Dolphin dive. Let me in. I feel like that's the first time we've seen it, especially EX version this entire season.
He's been holding the Dolphin in captivity since he started playing at Street Fighter League. He's got to let it loose. And we're not talking about the moves. Here we go. Low forward check from VEGGY, finally using a lot of these normals that are so long-reaching, so active too. There we go. I like that anti-air.
I like the hesitation there just to make sure that it's proper in spacing.
Ooh. Didn't want to test it this time. totally understandable.
Jump in, just trying to get VEGGEY to swing the jump out. Oh, wow, actually comboed.
Oh, punish, yes, sir. VEGGEY now in control with the corner.
Oh, big damage.
Headache City, do it again.
Forward throw. Oh, went for a command throw. EX Dragon Punch, Luffy warned him about that.
Oh, that could have been a V-shift moment,
yeah,
probably?
that was definitely a V-shift. I think it could have been a V-shift moment, but now in the corner, answers back with a stand light kick and activates right after it.
Oh boy, faster walk speed birdie. Check yourself. Oh my god!
The jump, stand light, just gets thrown, not dead just yet. Another jump light. And just no anti-airs.
It's tough. The Annihilation Sword to change it.
This will change the match, and that's going to be one for VEGGEY. He's been controlling that ground pretty well. Oil King stands stationary a bit too long. Eats 2 EX command throws because of it. That's going to give VEGGEY a game. Character select screen is where we're going to go. I believe we're going to see a V-system switch for VEGGEY.
So considering VEGGEY did get the W, he's allowed to change his V skill and or the V trigger, but he has to choose it first, right? And not be able to counterpick someone like Oil King, right? He's been looking at the V skill usages, but at the same time, it's like if you win, you have to pick first. You cannot and are not allowed to, in general, even in CPT ruling, you are not allowed to go after your opponent's V skill and V trigger.
Figured as much. All right, here we go. Game number 3.
It is game number 3. That's right, 1 apiece. We do see the change up here to V skill 1 and trigger 1. And so we do see that change, right? That's the thing about going into the new trigger and the new V skill, right? You're taking into consideration the kind of mobility Seth had with V skill 2.
Oh, wow. Oh, my God. Oil King. Oh, I need somebody to hit me with the clip on that one. I need to see that later.
Sien somewhere feels it in his bones. He's like, what the hell is that?
I'm going to watch that one in my private time. That was nice.
That was so sick. Oh, that's negative. That's punishable, actually.
VEGGEY trying to make something happen. Life lead not too far gone, but it is now.
That was cool.
That was actually ridiculous.
The crouching light kick, just in case the overhead was going to show up, and then the instant overhead afterwards, and still able to combo off of it. That was pretty cool. Not a lot of things really surprise me anymore, but that
that was actually sick. I mean, that's one of the things they've really done with these like newer characters, right? Seth, definitely a returning character, but has some really cool combo possibilities with the move steal, as well as just the V skills. It's just really cool.
The innovation and design of V-Trigger 2 and the way that they buffed it in this season, I really enjoy the viability of it now and how much, creativity is behind each and every one of it. We're going to see it again. A big exhibition coming in. Yes,
oh,
sir.
The
Great
defense
blocks.
Holding out.
As good as the offense is, I love seeing the defense as well.
Oh, no, most definitely. Especially in that situation, right? It's a hard-to-block scenario. A very hard-to-block scenario. You heard Luffy talking about how V-Shift can be useful there. No anti-air, that jump heavy kick. VEGGEY not doing too bad, I can tell you that right now. Has a game under his belt, so.
Oh, he dropped the difficult stuff. Trying to get the double Hekatonkeries without meter.
Okay. Oh, and instantly goes for the EX Mad Cradle.
Look at that. Oh, the jump in. I was going to say, he's still going back-to-back jumps. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, you brought him closer. Closer to your doom. Faster walk
anti-air. Goes for the cross-up. Oil King not taking the bait. Just defense to get out of there.
Oh, he's bringing it down. That's a bad time to use the can. It's still there. That's something he needs to understand. Oil King was specifically baiting that out, looking for the V-skill and activated V-Trigger 2 immediately. He knew hook, line, and sinker is like, all right, well, I don't think you understand this matchup to the full extent. If you do anything, any sort of littering, I'm giving you a fine.
Wow, getting the ticket right out of the gate. Well, that's going to be it for VEGGEY going down 2-1 to Oil King, but that actually ties this team battle. That means the deciding factor on who goes into overtime here. That's what I'm going to call it now. Call it overtime.
Overtime.
Kami going up against Luffy, and this is going to be a tough one. I'm not sure how Kami deals with the Mika matchup.
All right, so going into the next matchup, right, we have Luffy going up against Kami as
Go Kami, I love you.
I feel like for Kami more so than Luffy because Luffy's fully unleashed. He has the Armika. Kami has a lot on his plate with this pick because we talked about it a little bit about how much practice Kami's had with the top level Mikas in North America. But we'll see what happens here. Using V skill 1, V trigger 2, already off to a Luffy start.
Wait, what move does Seth get from Armika?
That's a good question. I want to say it is
Peach. It's got to be Peach. Yeah. Whoa.
If you get the wingless airplane, that'd be amazing.
Oh, it's a double throw here. Another one with the Bulldog. Okay. Trigger on the table now.
Just imagine the animation on Seth as he does the Peach.
Flying Peach.
That's so interesting. Enough of this. Like, it's just good.
Enough of this. Oh, we gotta see it. We gotta do it. Enough of this.
Enough of this. You
Enough
fool.
of this booty.
Useless. Imagine, you idiot.
Oh, crouch medium punch. The double jump back. No whiff punish here.
That's pretty good. I'm glad we got that solved. Thank you, Kami.
Feel like we just solved the mystery here.
We did it together. It was the power of friendship.
Hey, let's call it a night, guys. Oh, wow.
Luffy heard you. You said, let's call it a night. And he did so. Night, night. I love that win pose, by the way.
You know I'm a Mika player.
She's
I definitely
so
love the win pose. Yeah.
She's so wholesome. All right, here we go. You know what's not wholesome? The tricks that he tried to employ right there. Trying to go in with the Luffy. Dash up, EX command grab. Kami taking full advantage of that punish.
Stand medium kick. And Sobot moving forward just a bit. I would say I'd like to see more of that, but not with the meter on deck.
Oh, hit him again! There we go, onto the other side. Very smart from Kami, not taking the full bait with that armor. I like it. Big counter hit!
Wow, the counter hit confirmed. That should be the round. Kami getting one on the board.
And the recognition to just go into forward fears instead of EX Mad Cradle. My man's is studying every week.
No, that's facts, man. Kami's been streaming a lot more leading up to Street Fighter League this season, and you can really tell the difference in his gameplay because of it. Rocking the Seth.
Full critical art on the side of Armika, by the way. That's going to be one bar. Another one.
Wow, we talked about the double dash.
Right? Hit him with the Bulldog. Do it again. Oh, Mad Cradle, you can't jump in on me for free. Activation time off the second part of the target combo. Very good block from Luffy, but still in this block stun. Just walking out. Of course it's going to happen again.
Not dead, but no meter on the side of Luffy at this point. I mean, CA is almost there, but you need this round. Kami needs dash up.
Oh, you thought you had to confirm? The low was there, but just the jab not in range. Oh boy, it's all Kami now. That's cheap.
Yeah, and I already knew it was going to be the instant the dash go fall. I was like, yeah, he just wants to get out of the corner at this point.
You can tell by the arms, right? You can just see it. And honestly, that was a perfect time to get out of the corner. Hit or block is going to be fine for Luffy. That was very, very slick. I like that.
Game number 2.
Going into it again. We talked about the dangers of Luffy having full bar, right? As soon as we see the first command, oh my god, he doesn't need bar for it.
He can do it without the bar, Lady Mika.
Shoot the J, shoot it.
Ooh,
oh
double
my
launch.
god, how many ladies of Mika does Luffy have? Do it again.
No.
Command grab. What are you doing, Luffy had a smirk on his face. He smacked his lips. He's like,
Yeah, you know what time it is.
He's smiling. He's laughing right now. Oh my god, the disrespect.
What a meanie. Okay, charge drop kick.
What a meanie. That's pretty good. Oh, Brimstone, back is broken. Final.
Oh, wow, gets the counter hit this time. And this is what happens, man. Like, the throw mix-up game with these grapplers gets really scary. Oh, dropped
you thought you had it. You thought you can get Kami to sit still? Here we go. Forward throw. He knew it.
Drop.
No, not like this.
I was like, oh no. I saw the hands. I was like, that's not going to go the way that he thinks this is going to go. It's going to be 0-2 going to Luffy. That means the advantage is going to go to Norvin right now.
Just the way that it went down, right? Luffy was like, okay, no matter what you do on Wake Up, if you happen to do the EX uppercut, you're going to set yourself up for failure. If you sit here and block, I'm going to get a command grab. It's a win-win. That was messed up. When you said drop, that was actually messed up.
Because I was like, look, I knew exactly what Luffy's thought process was. I was like, yep, I know how this goes. Well, here we go. Phenom, the last leg of the moose, if you will. Going up against Oil King. Actually, the last leg of UIU here, and you know.
The last barrel of oil.
Yeah. This is the last barrel of oil. It's going to go to the king. He needs this to be as slippery as possible. Man, these V-Trigger 2 setups we've been watching come from Oil King all season long has been ridiculous.
And it's always pretty interesting to see. I love seeing defense when it comes to going around the tandem maneuver. I also like to see how often these mix-ups blow people sky high. It's going to be like, you know, a work of art just watching it happen. It's a firecracker waiting to explode.
And I'm really interested to see what the idea is going to be fighting someone who's so aggressive like Phenom. Phenom literally just ran up to NL and was like, yo, let's fight. Like, was fighting Punk with his character, yo, let's fight. Like, he was just ready for every instance. And there's this active offensive play that we're looking at and used to from Phenom, excuse me. These jumps starting off early, low forward confirming to that cruel disaster.
Plus range afterwards, but not on that one. Excellent choice. The anti-air just moving outside of that pocket.
Had the counter hit, but didn't believe in it.
Gotta believe.
Oh, wow, this is gonna hurt. Didn't spin it, keeps the corner.
Just dashing into his face. I like that bravery from Oil King. Checking with the forward medium punch. In case there's a counter hit, he is within range to follow up with stand light kick. But now he's weary of the trigger. How is Phenom going to utilize it? Big trade-off.
Oh my God.
You kidding me?
Back to the neutral game too. Oh, you're dead. Oh no.
Oh.
No combo.
Oh, this is bad news, Bears. Okay, not bad. You are a brave man.
Yeah, I like how you had to reconsider that. Wait a minute.
You press the button after crouching strong?
Yeah, that's actually wild. I think that's the Nakali coming out, bro. That's the Moose. The Moose doesn't care. You think the Moose cares about your plus frames?
That's Oil King that pressed the button. What are you talking about?
Excuse me.
Wait a minute.
Excuse me. I was getting ahead of myself.
How many Moose are on the screen?
Right.
Get him out of here.
Low forward to contest once again.
2 parked SUVs right on the stage.
Oh wow.
1,300 pounds average. That's a lot. Oh my God. Not going for the side switch, just trying to bust out of the corner instead. Low forward into the spiral arrow, not opting to use the EX, and that's going to be fine for Le Moose. Anti-air, you already know. He had 1.5 miles.
You can see him walking back to kind of prep for it, and just holding back puts you out of that range of low forward. You don't have to worry about that air advantage as well. Dash up, stand light kick, ties up the round set, 1 round apiece here.
Looking at identical bar situation. Damn! You tried to stop that cruel disaster? Not today. That could have been critical art if you wanted to spend it early. Oh no, uppercuts in sight. Oil King is saving the bar. Oh, that's nasty. Yeah, you still get the continuation, +3.
Okay.
Not spending another bar, that's fine with him. Oil King looking to take it down.
Oh, looking for an overhead. Phenom not going to stay put for that one. Just walking out of the corner with that Cammy. Oil King giving him the space. Does not want to deal with that activation. Oh, wow. Going to have to deal with it anyway. The crouching medium punch. Doesn't spin all that meter. Gets the hit. Meets in the air. There's a back throw. Ooh, and the crouching heavy kick clipped the jump right out of the air. And it looks like instantly after that, he was just holding up forward. The crouching heavy kick to get the hit, get the kill on the round. Oil King going up 1 game.
I love talking about that situation, too. The situational awareness from Oil King was so on point. Once he lost control of that corner pressure.
Wait. Don't play. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I was going to say, you could tell he's uncomfortable in the matchup, so you don't have to be afraid to take risks, but don't overextend. Whenever you're up close, you can always up close axe kick him because he's trying to react. No, not instant axe kick, you know, where you jump a little bit and then you axe kick. He always gets hit by that one up close. But when you're up close, sometimes you overextend with forward medium punch too much. Try not to use too much forward medium punch.
Luffy not even going to take the chance, not even going to use the headset, going to walk up to him on the stage and give him some advice as they go back in. Okay, I don't know what he told him, but it made him draw first blood in this match.
He told him to put the headset on so I can talk to you.
Right. Yeah, put the headset back on, bro. It's the 840.
Oh, no confirm, but it's fine. Actually caught a couple of hits. Here's the activation. What are you going to do? What's the defensive situation? Good block the first.
Pushed you back into it. How many setups have we seen from Oil King? And then you used the move in the combo that was godlike.
Going to use her own move against her? I love seeing that. I love seeing it. Oil King, whole different animal when it comes to him being on the burner right now.
Oof. Great read with the Dragon Punch there, the Mad Cradle. Jump light, goes for the side switch. Getting really mobile with the jumps.
Uh-oh. Slightly off the mark with the Annihilation Sword that last time.
Getting really active with the jumps here, and I feel like he just needs to calm down. What? Yo, the pressure coming from Phenom eventually cracks the defensive shell of Oil King. That's going to be around. Had to cash out to get it, but it was well worth it.
By the fingernails, too, breaking open the pistachio. The defense has been cracked. Look at that low forward opener already from Phenom, slowly pushing Oil King to this corner. The barrage of mediums. And also playing in that pocket just in case a dive kick comes out or a jump out.
Wow.
What a time to get out of the corner. That was so slick.
Leads the air approach, just jumps under the, dashes under the dive kick. But wait a minute, here we go.
Big uppercut.
Oh, wow, okay. And triggers on the table as well. So a good block. We're gonna see an activation. Oh, wow, after this combo though, but you should see it after this. Forward throw.
Oh, the hard lesson. Get ready for the mix. Oh,
Every time, and then keeps the corner. He's like, yeah, that was cute, but I'm busting out.
I wish I knew the follow-up to that song, but I'll tell you what, Trigger 1 activated for Phenom. He's going to be singing at a different tune if you don't block this. Oh my God, the bravery! How did you spot that out? He had him locked and loaded in his sights. I see you in the air. Back. That stand jab was sick. It may not have been the coolest thing, but at least to us,
you know what's cool?
Oh, come on, you can't be doing that.
You know what's cool? Vicious winning. It's cool to me. Uh-oh, gets the B skill.
I was gonna say it may not have been the flashiest thing, but damn, that was cool to me. Holy.
Oh gosh. Starting to add up once again. Phenom. Really good with taking the momentum. Uses the move once again, stolen from Cammy. Here's the corner. 2 EX bars, full resources on the side of Cammy, but the stun might be the one, and it's going to be the set Oil King. Now with UIU on his back as we make it to the last leg of NORDAVIND, and it's going to be Luffy with the Armika versus the set of Oil King. Man, week 12. Week 12 of Street Fighter League, man. The flashy UIU still there with those dope outfits.
There's something different when it comes to Oil King being the anchor. This man is ascending above and beyond greatness right now. 2-0, very, very clean against Phenom, who's been the bane or actually a thorn in a lot of people's sides. A lot of players' sides, I should say.
But here we go. Last match. Last set of the day here is going to be Oil King going up against Luffy. And Luffy gonna have access to that Armika. Seth has been looking tremendously strong for Oil King this entire season. Has not gotten the desired results all the time, but you can make a highlight reel of some of these V-Trigger 2 mix-ups we've been seeing that's been on display from Oil King this entire season, and they're locking in already. All right, last game of this team battle. All right, here we go. Match underway. First to 2 as the rules. Last members of both their respective teams.
Oh my God, what a way to snipe out the dropkick and checking the movement at the same time. Now, here comes Oil King in full control.
Oh, wow, the jump light actually beat it out, and now you're in the corner. This can be a death situation, especially if you don't guess right. That's going to be a stun.
Already?
Luffy, Reset, or are you just going to take the damage? Reset. He jumps out and back to the corner. Wow.
This is ridiculous. We've been waiting for this moment of Luffy's to get that Armika into play for about, half the journey.
I'm pretty sure Luffy has too.
Oh my God, when he has meter, it's like there's nothing stopping him from using it.
My man's just dashed up and hit you with the EX Mika Typhoon. Okay. Oh, V-Skill 2 this time around.
I want to see him do that to Nerigante next. Oh my God, that's close enough to it.
Needs to be really careful.
Anti-air. Oh my God, Lady Mika, reset. Oh, Nadeshko, come and get this grab. Oh
my gosh. That's going to be game number 1.
Help.
That fast.
Help.
That was fast. VEGGEY in the back. VEGGEY in the back popping off. I like how Nadeshko hits Mika so hard. She's like, yo, you need to chill.
Yelling up a storm. I haven't seen him this vocal ever. In the history of ever.
Bro, gonna need this win. That's gonna put them at 4-3. If my numbers are correct, that's 4-3. That's gonna push them to 2nd place. If they can get this team battle victory, that'll push them to 4-3. That'll put them in 2nd place, right under NASR, who is now 7-2.
Is that sure? Is that
If those numbers are correct, we'll double back because we got to update the standings. But it's gonna happen after this match. Oof.
Dang, that's gonna be wild. That's actually gonna be wild. That confirmation. Oh, no punish on the Sobot. It's gonna be just fine. Now we're looking for that drop kick, but that's the perfect time for Luffy to dash up in there and get into your grill.
Okay.
Oh my God, no checks on the dash. It's gonna be fine. Oil King does find the opening, but we've seen how fast the tides can change when it comes to Luffy and dashing up in your face. We have Trigger on deck. We're gonna see an activation sooner than later. It's just a matter of how it's gonna come out. It's gonna be through the sweep. It's gonna be the crouching heavy punch instead. Anti-air. Oh boy, plus frames. Oh.
Wow. Activate. What's the choice? I like that. Just delay, up, back, eats the crouch jab. Not gonna get a combo for that one, but still getting walked to this corner. Luffy being really patient. Oh, tries to jump out. Wow, just all these buttons hidden for Oil King. Answers back, gets a back throw, activate the trigger, V reversal. Ooh, that lasts a long time. Not long enough. He definitely could have hit.
He could have used V-Skill too.
Yo, don't get thrown. Oh my gosh.
That was such a stare down. Both players just crouching down. If Oil King bit into the bait and did EX uppercut, he would have been dead. Look at that, just checking the movement again. Low, medium kick in case Luffy wants to try to dash up, which he's been doing successfully a couple of times. Taking a page from Luffy's book, now dashing up towards him is Oil King. But back into this neutral phase, he's looking for the normals. Ooh, Cruel Disaster just outside the range. Too shy.
I like this patience that I'm seeing from both of these players. But we know Luffy can turn it up at a moment's notice. And Oil King has full CA at this point. EX Wingless Airplane. I was wondering when we're going to see it. Okay, wait a minute. EX Cruel Disaster. Going to get damage here in the corner. Takes the Oki. Activate after crouching heavy punch.
Great block, not too ambiguous.
And a great backdash as well, just to stay out of that range where Luffy feels comfortable dashing up. Finally gets the right read on the jump in. Small walk back.
Oh, wow. That was cool.
Oh, yeah. If you use V-Skill 2, yeah. You use V-Skill 2 to enhance those moves.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you get an enhanced mad cradle if you use V-Skill 2. So that was really cool.
I just thought she was going to drop out of it. I didn't think it was fast enough to
really good.
That was good. That was excellent.
I told you, when you stay out of range of dash command grab, you can't do anything. That's when you can hear me, right? When you stay out of range of dash command grab, he can't do anything. He's dashing at you and he's pressing jab, but since he's not in range of command grab, the dash is pointless. Just stay in the range of where dash command grab won't hit you.
I love the awareness of Oil King to even go that far and ties up the set now. So this is the last match you guys are going to see today. We got to get a winner.
There can only be one. That's one Brimstone. We're going to see possibly another. Will Luffy. The body splash in the front. Oh, Lady Mika, please.
And the stun. Not going to get the kill, but it is definitely going to hurt. I'm looking for a reset.
And we're going to see a side switch also at the last second. How do you even defend against that? Do you mash your life away with EX uppercut, or do you take it like a man and try to block?
Nah, bro. You gotta hold that. You got to make a true guess. Oh, wait a minute. Back throw. Wait a minute. Oil King says chill out. Needs to be careful with those jumps. Needs to be careful with those.
My
Yeah,
God.
yeah.
With this airplane.
Okay, gotta hold that.
Oh, but counter hit. No, it's still. Wait.
Oh, that is gonna hit. Wow. I'll settle this now. And Trigger is still there. This mix-up could actually get the round.
Oh.
Eats the sweep that actually works out in his favor, though.
No, the orb is too far out.
Oh, the jump back not gonna work. The stand medium kick. We're going to a final round here between NORDAVIND going up against UYU. Somebody wants the W. NORDAVIND trying to get to the second place.
Oh no!
EX Brimstone. Things are not looking good for Oil King. Back throw.
What a call out!
No, you cannot get away with that. Luffy's aware of it now, and look at this pressure, just dashing up, gets the counter hit confirmed, Trigger's there, but it might not even be on the table. NORDAVIND cashes his check, going to second place. Street Fighter League is on its heels, and NORDAVIND is on its feet. Happy with that placement. UYU, man, what a battle. What a team battle. Nonetheless, this week, it's going to be 2-1 going to Luffy. That is going to push NORDAVIND up to second place. That's above the Vodafone Giants. That's above Panda. We got some running. We got teams in the running now. This is the closest Street Fighter League we have ever had. We've been on the verge of having 2- and 3-way ties in these last 2 to 3 weeks looking at these players. And now you see NORDAVIND making a big leap, going up the chain, second place, knocking out some very strong teams out of that.
We were talking about how being unleashed could be a pivotal part into that second round robin. We've talked about that, and we've used that theme every single week. We talked about how important the ban rule is and how you're never really out of it. NORDAVIND is that classic example. We see the effects of Luffy and how people were so afraid of that Armika, and we just saw it in this week exactly why you should be afraid as, you know, facing off against someone's Armika like that. He's a madman, but also a mad scientist, to be quite honest with you. He has been breaking down the defensive maneuvers of everybody, making the correct reads. You can't ban him forever, though.
The thing that I look at is that, like, Luffy had to fight all these teams with his side character. So you know that data is somewhat there. And we've heard Luffy get really active on comms when he's talked about people that he's played right before his teammates have fought them. So I know that Luffy's been paying attention, and I know that's what contributed to that win. But now, NORDAVIND got to be feeling good, man. And I'm going back to the locker room. I'm lifting Luffy above my head because he is the breadwinner today.
Yes, sir.
UYU definitely tried.
Yeah, we got to talk about that further on after the interview. But first, we have to thank Astro for being a huge supporter of the FGC for 10 years, as well as what we're seeing today or this week and every single week of Street Fighter League Season 4. Those A40 headsets have been supplied to each and every one of these players to provide crisp, clear communication in-game, even through the comms. We hear it throughout every single teammate, day in, day out, really. And it's, again, for a good cause. Again, everybody that's been supporting Street Fighter League has been doing such a fantastic job. And Astro is definitely one of those companies that have been doing so and taking care of all of our players here every single week.
The official headset and mix amp of Street Fighter League Season 4. Where can they get it, Vicious?
Over at the Twitch panel down below. You guys got to do that with the A40 headsets. Pick one up.
And NORDAVIND moves up to second place. We're going to take it to the stage. Hollywood, Rob TV, with an interview with Luffy.
Now that right there is exactly how you end an episode, and it's also how you end any type of speculation about your game. Ladies and gentlemen, we just saw again Luffy stepping up to the plate and being able to anchor his team, will them to victory. Luffy, how you feeling right now, bro? That was OD.
I'm feeling very, very good. Like, I'm very happy to. It's the first time I saved my team because back then PHENOM was still alive, but now I actually saved my team. It feel great. It feel like actually playing on the CFN.
You know, a lot of times when it comes to a character like, let's say Karen versus a character like Mika, it's easier to see what makes someone a very strong Karen player, right? If they're whiff punishing, things like that, hit confirming, it's the eye candy stuff. But when it comes to a character like Mika or Laura or whatever, command grab characters, people usually don't see the genius quite as easily. That's why I think we had a unique opportunity here where you played two completely different people, but it was the same character. You played Call Me Seth and you played Oil King Seth, but your strategies were entirely different. Very aggressive against Call Me, a whole lot of dashing, drop kicks, and your style against Oil King is very different. Can you explain your thought process there?
Yeah, so I got lucky that they both play the same character. because and against Kami, I knew he was like a middle level player. Yeah. So I know I can do many stuff that I can't against a high level player, and so I actually dash on him many times and EX command grab. Yeah. Then when I did it once, I saw that he didn't react. I did it twice, he didn't react. I was like, yeah, it's free. Then then actually, as a Mika player, the skill as a Mika player is your ability to get in. Yeah. Like very bad Mika player, it's very hard to get in. But so I used dropkick, like for example against All King. And the fact that Phenom played against All King just before me, and I saw his pressure doing like every time two dive kick. Yeah. He was doing 2. So after taking 1, I was just buffering my EX flying. Then I saw him jump, and then I just do the EX flying again. But having All King play Phenom just before me actually gave me a lot of info to work on.
Luffy, honestly, that's amazing. You know, I don't even like giving you too many compliments or nothing like that, bro. But that is genuinely amazing, just hearing your thought process like that. You know, how you break everything down, your analysis. Clearly why you are one of the best players on planet Earth. And that's the beautiful thing about Street Fighter League world. We have the best players from across the globe. That's why you are seeing the level of play that you are seeing here at Street Fighter League. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for this episode. Actually, almost. Before that, we do have last comments from Vicious and Steve, and that's all coming after the Astro listening.
I thought my cameo was pretty good.
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like a Karen. No dive kicks.
Yeah. Just medium kick, running away.
Yeah, medium kick, run away, no dive kicks. Yo, I felt like if I went for a DX dive kick, I would get the jump light kick.
Oh, that's the classic, the knuckle do.
So I'm like, I'm not gonna even go for it.
Did you dive kick a single time?
Huh?
Only
dive
at
kick?
the end to win, I think. That was...
I feel I would mess it up.
You don't really need hit confirms with Cammy. It's not really that huge for her.
It's nice.
Yeah, it's good. It's just free corner carry.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Street Fighter League Season 4, Week 12 went off amazingly. Fireworks everywhere. Big changes all across the board. And this is going to be the wrap up for Week 12. We saw this week Bandits versus Panda, and that was pretty scary. I know a lot of people was looking at Bandits. They came off that win. They were looking pretty strong. What happened here going up against Panda?
It was a full-on onslaught.
Oh,
We had 3 matches to 0, right? Then we saw a story with Justin Wong versus Hermes in a mirror match nonetheless. Justin Wong pulling out the Cammy, being as aggressive as ever towards the end there, but we saw a little bit of that flavoring of the lame style there.
That's true.
Taking it 2-0, very upsetting for Hermes, by the way. He was actually pretty distraught afterwards. Moving on into Punk versus MENARD. Punk not allowed to use the carrot, instead uses the Akira against MENARD's Sakura. Imagine that, the rival school rivals going at each other, and Punk taking the better half of that. 2 games straight. A little bit of disrespect there too.
I was about to say.
As you saw the VOD, if you happen to miss it, I highly encourage you guys to check it out because man was swinging with the uppercuts. Now, going into the next match that we had, UYU versus NORDAVIND. The last time they met, I don't even think we got to break this down fully. The first win that UYU got was actually from NORDAVIND with Oil King clutching it out. And what's interesting about it too, as Steve is going to break down the matches for what happened this week, Phenom faced off against NL the first time around, but the last time they met beforehand, Phenom took him down again 2-1. So that's very interesting. We saw history repeat itself in the second round robin.
Phenom is definitely one of the players that you're looking at to be a heavy hitter here on this team. Getting a mirror match victory versus somebody like NL, so dominant with the character, should really put you on notice to what kind of player Phenom is. Of course, you had Oil King going up against VEGGEY. The Seth gets the job done.
Yes,
it
sir.
was 2-1. VEGGEY did get a game, but it was 2-1 on the side of UYU. Things fall on Kami to try to make a big comeback, but this is the unleashed Mika Nadeshko Luffy that you gotta worry about, and just blatantly dashing up and hitting him with just raw EX brimstones, a bunch of reset Mika Typhoons, and really just scaring Kami out of doing a lot of the things that he wanted to do. So now we go in the overtime. Phenom goes up against Oil King. Oil King takes him out, boom, 2-0. But then we get to the last match. It's gonna be Oil King versus that Anchor Unleashed Luffy, and it went down to the wire. Final round, final match, 2-1 to the side of Luffy. That propels Norvin up to second place, knocking down a lot of the strongest teams, the stronger teams to some of you guys, down below them. They are holding it strong.
And let's paint the picture for you in a more clear and concise manner, right? When we get these stats up on the board, taking a look at the current standings, NASR is still in the lead in dominant fashion with 7-2. NORDAVIND making a huge wave with that 4-3 victory. Vodafone Giants stuck at 4-4. Panda just right behind them, 4-4 as well. Bandits and UIU still trying to amass a comeback. Bandits actually might be able to see the light of day. They might be able to get that top 4 spot. With UIU, I feel like they can't lose any more games going forward.
And they're going to need it. Let's talk about the battles we have for Week 13 of Street Fighter League. Norvin, coming off that win, that big win versus UIU, is going to be taking on Bandits with the hope that they can turn around the loss that they just suffered this week. It is definitely going to be spicy. Now, on the other half of things, UIU, the hopeful, the UIU that tries, is going to be going up against Panda, and those are going to be the battles, the team battles coming up for next week.
And of course, all this wouldn't be possible without the help of our sponsors, Astro being a big supporter of the FGC for 10 years. If the headset ain't Astro, I don't trust it. That's what I've been saying throughout time and time again. Street Fighter League Season 4 again, backing all the players with that A40 headset to get the clear and concise comms and gameplay, being able to mix it up a little bit to getting the full sound control with the mix amp, again being the official headset and mix amp of Street Fighter League, an imperative part of the FGC.
Where can they get it, Vicious?
Over at the Twitch panel down below. You guys got to do that with the A40 headsets.
So shout outs to Astro for holding us down here for Street Fighter League. I've been happy to be a part of this for so long, especially with my bro Vicious, and I really hope you guys continue to join us. The matches have been set. I've given you the time, you know the address, and you know where to find us. I will see you guys next week for some more Street Fighter League.
Out of time.
Oh, the throw just gingerly. The spinning the meter, I like that choice. I don't like that choice though. Actually gets opened up by the crouching medium kick.
Oh my god.
Oh.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wow, that was so cheap. Oh my, was that a
my
ticket?
god. I would be so
mad. There was a huge smile on Punk's face when that happened.
I knew he couldn't punish. I'm like, oh, free DP.
Situation. Watch out for the bubble gum.
Oh.
That was sick.
That
what
was
a great
actually
anti-air.
godlike. B trigger 2 to get the anti-air.
Luffy have. Do it again.
No.
Command grab. Oh my god, the bravery! How did you spot that out? He had him locked and loaded in his sights. I see you in the air. Bah!
And that's going to be a set. Justin takes it 2-0 over Hermes VENATORI. This could seal the deal on Bandits in this week's team battle if something doesn't change. Trigger on the table. No fear of CA, so I don't mind the activation dash.
Wow. Are you kidding me?
Oh my god, he just did it anyway.
He dashed up to him, took the hit, immediately went into EX uppercut, and has eliminated Team Bandits. All 3 of them survived, and that's going to be absolutely huge